Top of the evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Measy Show. I'm your hostess with the mostest. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe and that like button for me before we begin, or after you watch the video and you feel like I gave you some useful information. So, apparently, right? Don't be fooled. So we already know Marjorie Harvey and Steve Harvey are probably going to get a divorce. She got caught cheating with the bodyguard, Big Boom, I think is his name. That's his nickname. Yeah, so she definitely downgraded as far as that goes. Nothing, no disrespect to him, but you didn't move up, you moved down. Anyway, don't be fooled by this lady. So a lot of times we see things on TV of people and whatever is depicted, whatever image is depicted for us, that's what we accept, right? They tell you that Jay-Z is the best rapper enough, he's the best rapper. You get what I'm saying? They tell you that Beyonce is the baddest female in the game. She's the best female in the game. Like, if it's presented to you enough, then you'll believe it, right? But let's dig in a little bit to Marjorie, okay? So, I made a previous video about this before, right? And for those that did not see that, Marjorie, she's been married 3 times, right? So, first and foremost was to a guy named Jim Townsend, okay? So some accounts say 14 years older than her, other accounts say 18 years older than her. Whatever the situation, he was much older, he was a little sharp, he's much sharper. She was a young girl at the time, not obviously young like in that way, but she was like 18 years old and she was like fresh to him. So man, he snatched her up, got her pregnant, all that. So anyway, they got married, had kids, whatever. So here's the deal, right? Here's the deal with him and her. So he caught a dope case, right? So apparently there was some... Well, I'll just let you hear it. This girl's not who you think she is.
No one saw it coming that her ex-husband would get convicted one day. Soon, the FBI and DEA started investigating Marjorie and the drug kingpin Jim L. Townsend, who was already charged with an attempt to buy 40 kilograms of cocaine. When the higher authorities whispered to Jim that Marjorie was also becoming the suspect, he cut a deal with the DEA and took the downfall. Even though years later, he was announced with a life sentence, but only had to spend 26 years since then. President Barack Obama had pardoned him.
So, yeah, Barack Obama pardoned him when they revised the crack house minimums and all that, I believe. So, this girl's not squeaky clean, guys. She's not. She was involved in the distribution of drugs we're past the statute of limitations, so it really doesn't matter what she got away with at this point because she's smooth. So we just speaking person to person, person to people, whatever. There's nothing that can happen to her at this point. So let's just talk about what's out there. Yeah, man. She went ahead and was somehow involved. I don't know to what degree, but enough for her to be investigated by the FBI, DEA, and her being, they had enough evidence to where they were going to charge her, but instead he took a deal. They ended up giving him the elbow, life, okay? So, she's not squeaky clean, right? She was so not squeaky clean that she had a bar, and the feds shut down the bar and seized everything because they said that the money was ill-gotten gains by drug money. Now, if I sell drugs, hypothetically, and I create so much money and you don't sell drugs and I just buy you a bar and give it to you, they can't take that. You get what I'm saying? They have to have evidence that you yourself were involved in this illicit drug trade, these ill-gotten gains. So when this lady is projected to you this image of a squeaky clean wife, nah, bro, that's not it. And for those who didn't see the video, let me tell you about this, okay? When Jim Townsend got locked up, she went and got with a guy named Darnell, something like that, and had some babies with him. And you know he was a dope boy too, by the way. You know his relation to the other guy? That was his cousin, bro. So she went and got with a dude. I'm telling you, she liked the high life. She's a little gold digger. She's not looking good, when she's projected in the light, but then those that know, they see her in a different light. They see her in the light of a gold digger, of someone. And now you're cheating on Steve Harvey, the man that looked out for you for all these years, put you in a position to make 40 million of your own dollars, right? who your kids are now millionaires. Do you think that your children will be millionaires if you didn't marry Steve Harvey? Do you think that? Like, do you think you would have made 40 million if you? I'm not saying you wouldn't have been successful, Marjorie, but you wouldn't have did that. I strongly believe you would not have been in the position to make $40 million without Steve Harvey. Especially, you probably would have been in prison, to be honest with you, or maybe had some other little BS going on that, it wouldn't have been what it is now. And after this man took care of your kids, mind you, Steve Harvey, Marjorie Harvey have no children together. They have children from previous marriages each that they brought into the family dynamic, but they have 0 children together. So what does that say? That says that he took care of your children, accepted your children. And true enough, yeah, you accepted his children. You are a woman that you have to accept. If you don't accept, then we're just not going to mess with you. You get what I'm saying? So this man accepted you, accepted your luggage, accepted. And I don't know that you a snitch or whatever, but I'm pretty sure there was, like, it's just strange that you didn't go down. You know what I'm saying? So he took care of you, took care of your kids, put you in position, put your children in position. Everybody's millionaires at this point. And you want to cheat on him with the bodyguard? I'm not, don't get me wrong. I just ain't no pun to him. I don't feel no, like, it is what, you got to do what you got to do. But on your end, Marjorie, you're a slimy ass lady, bro. You're not a good woman. You're not a good woman. And you can't project yourself to me as one. You can project yourself on the internet, whatever. But you're a slimy. And then you try to bring up, oh, Steve cheated on me. If he did, he was like 30 years old. Like, he was a young guy. You get what I'm saying? You need to just be lucky that you in that situation with him where he's looking out for you, taking care of you, keeping your best interests in mind, and even set aside the money. Let's just say that was broke. He takes care of you and your children for the duration. That's not his children. Yeah, you probably cooked a meal, cleaned the house or something, but he accepted you and your children as if they were his own. So for you to have the audacity to try to take this guy's mansion and all this other little nonsense they're talking about online, which I'm not certain is true. I don't have any documents saying, like, yeah, this is it. But this is the word online. If that's true, you even slimier than you look. You're worse. You're way worse. You green-eyed devil, you. That's what they calling you online. And that's what you slimy, man. This dude took care of you. You know what I'm saying? And look, maybe he might have had a little rough, a few cheating allegations, a few whooping on the slapping girls allegations. But this dude from the projects of Cleveland, like, he came a long way. If he made a couple mistakes along the way or bad decisions, then that's what happened. If that's what happened. But that don't permit you to use this man for 20 years or however long it's been. Y'all been, I want to say it said you guys was married in 2006 or 7 or something like that. So, come on, bro. You look disgusting. You look disgusting. You understand me? And shitty things happen to shitty people. You're probably gonna something bad will happen to you. Something bad will happen to you. And if it's not in this life, then it's gonna be in the next. But you're not in a good favor of the one and only. And I'm not preaching nothing like that, but I'm just saying that man looked out for you for that whole time. What did you do? You just sound like you brought it, like you maybe accepted his kid, but at the end of the day, if you didn't accept his kid, he wouldn't have took you in the first place. So you're not squeaky clean. I don't care what you try to make yourself to look like to be. That's not you. You're a slime ball. You're a slimy ass hoe. You know what I'm saying? You got 40 tickets from the guy and you still want to take the little punk ass mansion. Come on, man. Meanwhile, he accept your kid, your children still call him dad, and they're not biological his children. You're disgusting. You're pitiful. You're slimy. You're sticky. And that's why Jim Townsend wrote the book Snakes in the Grass, because you're a snake in the freaking grass. You understand me? I hate women like this, women that could just never get enough. Women that just, it doesn't matter what you do for them, it's never enough. And yeah, that's not cool, man. It's a team sport for you to be in a marriage. You guys are a team. It's not just what can you get, what can you exploit this man for. Let me get him to take care of my kid. This type of stuff make men not want to get married. They see this enough times, they're like, I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Like, nah, that's not it, man. That's not it. And you're disgusting. And I hope that I don't hope. I know, understand me, that whatever you put out in this universe is going to come back to you. You're going to get what you put out. So I don't know whether it comes in the form of a car accident, whether it comes in the form of, you get AIDS, whether it comes in the form of maybe this dude, Big Boom, beating your ass every day until you don't work. Whatever, however it comes, you will suffer some anguish and loss because you're putting this man through that. Oh yeah, he cheated. Okay, he cheated on you 20 years ago when he's a young man. You know what I'm saying? You probably cheated the whole way. You probably was, had a 10 dick a day habit, ho. You understand me? You probably were doing this the whole time. He made a few mistakes, okay. But you accepted it. You didn't have to accept him back, or you didn't have to forgive that. You forgave that. Well, normally I would say you forgave that because you love him, but in this case, I feel like you just forgave that because you had your little slimy green eyes on the prize. Anyway, man, I could talk about this all day, but in a nutshell, it all boils down to the fact that she's a slime ball and she's not who she portrays. So let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate y'all for watching. Salute. Y'all have a good evening. I'm gone.